Also on the authority of Umar radiallahu anhu, who said, while we were one day sitting with the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there appeared before us a man dressed in extremely white clothes and with very black hair. No traces of journeying were visible on him, and none of us knew him. He sat down close by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, rested his knees against the knees of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and placed his palms over his thighs, and said, O Muhammad, inform me about Islam. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, Islam is that you should testify that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That you should perform salah, the ritual prayer, pay the zakah, fast during Ramadan, and perform Hajj, the pilgrimage, to the house which is the Kaaba at Mecca. If you can find a way to it, he said, you have spoken the truth. We were astonished at his thus questioning him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then telling him that he was right. But he went on to say, inform me about Iman. He, the Prophet, answered, it is that you believe in Allah and His angels and His books and His messengers and in the last day and in fate, Qadr, both in its good and in its evil aspects. He said, you have spoken the truth. Then he, the man, said, inform me about Ihsan. He, the Prophet, answered, it is that you should serve Allah as though you could see Him, for though you cannot see Him, yet He sees you. He said, inform me about the hour. He, the Prophet, said, about that the one questioned knows no more than the questioner. So he said, well, inform me about its signs. He said, they are that the slave girl will give birth to her mistress, and that you will see the barefooted ones, the naked, the destitute, the herdsmen of the sheep competing with each other and raising lofty buildings. Thereupon the man went off. I waited a while, and then he, the Prophet, said, O Umar, do you know who that questioner was? I replied, Allah and His Messenger know better. He said, that was Jibreel. He came to teach you your religion.